wind's making it hard for you to cook right there. And
That's why I put this. So,
I'm talking about cooking. Man, first of all, talking about having a stove hot. You're looking really hot right now in your little top there, Mel. Yeah,
yes,
you
I'm
are.
hot right now.
We're talking about cooking. Man, my wife, I don't know, something's changed about her. She was taking good care of me. Now she quit. Guys ran out of ice up there. No ice for the water. No bags made. 3 o'clock snack, nothing. They had to go to a sorry store and get it. And now this is what it's come down to for my lunch. I said, what is this? What's this right here? She said, I cooked that for you. What? That's it? This is my lunch right here? I don't know what's happening.
Starve you.
What's happening, Mel?
We starve you.
Huh?
We starve you.
Man, even a jumbo jet has to have fuel, baby. It just can't sit there and do nothing but just be a jumbo jet. It's not a plane with passengers until you fuel it up. So you got to fuel me up so I can fly.
Oh, you are.
Man, I'm just messing with y'all. Check this out, boy. Mel has been cooking again. I asked her what it is. She said she's just trying something different. This was like a, what'd you say, like a Beijing beef?
Yes.
But you use what in it?
Pork.
Pork. I said, man, I know this dish right here. It's actually good, man, with those onions and peppers and everything in it like that, man. And that sauce is so good, too. She done knocked it out again. We're some cooking fools around here, ain't we, babe? Man, I'm telling you, that right there is delicious. I'm gonna eat this up like a pig. Man, that is so good. Man, that sauce is nice. What'd you make that sauce with? All this stuff right here?
Yeah.
Did you put ketchup in it?
Yeah, so you did.
What's that apple cider here for?
I had an apple cider.
Really?
A little bit.
And salt, and what else you got here? Cornstarch, and a little bit of sweet chili sauce, and of course you gotta have soy sauce. Man, did you put a lot of brown sugar or anything like that?
Yes,
Oh, there's some brown sugar. I thought there was.
Yeah.
It's too good. It's too good.
Something different. I cook something different. Because I know you get tired to eat Filipino.
We do. I do. It's the same set of dishes here in the Philippines. Same old repeat. And I like to spice it up with all these different things. Actually, Mel does too. She just kind of sometimes gets in a rut. And I start cooking some different things lately. Now she's jumping in on that bandwagon again too. You just kind of get caught up in a rut. Actually, let me tell you this. Mel, be my backup here. Actually, we have kind of been in a rut, hadn't we?
Yes, we do.
Like we're really aggravated here, I guess maybe the word or something. I don't know. It's just the Philippines seems different so much right now, doesn't it? Can't go out and enjoy with the kids. There's no festivals. There's no basketball games. There's no. It's a whole lot of no's, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's so boring.
Yes, yeah. There's a lot of no's.
Yes, a lot of big no. So it's boring here. So that's why, you know, like even though you like to go out, even in the mall, it's like a dead, you know.
Her cousin Jimmy came here. That he always finds me the best sand and stone and all, and topsoil. And she had got a different cousin to bring us some that wasn't that great. So Jimmy lives out by some pits that he always goes and knows those people, gets us really good stuff. So anyway, Jimmy came by here to help us get some topsoil here. And he said, Melinda said, you know, you all could come here and visit or swim. And his very first words was he was scared that him even just living close here, that the chismis and the rumor would cause them to end up getting in trouble,
5,000, I guess, for the fine.
and you get a fine. I mean, just lives nearby right here, but over in a different barangay and all.
Barangay, yes.
Yeah,
It's a different barangay, but only in one town.
yeah. But just for being over here and doing that, and then they go back home, that their local government, their barangay, not a different municipality, same municipality, then they would get in trouble. And what nonsense! What nonsense! I don't know. We're a little wore out with it. A little wore out.
That's why, like, you have more peace in here, in our area here. You can do anything, without enforcing mask or facial. This here, you're free. You're in the city,
Yeah.
there's always people watching.
Well, as long as we're here around our place.
Yes,
So
around the place.
just here at home, we can feel normal. But man, we kind of get tired to just be here only. And Mel and I, we go to the city. We don't record all of it. In fact, it's just I don't like to stick camera in everybody's face. I'm not that kind of vlogger, and people may not want it. They might want their privacy. I try to be respectful to others. Some people have no problem with just sticking anybody's private property or face on camera for their own benefit, but we're not like that. So anyway, we don't vlog every time we go do something or what we do. And but the thing is that we have to wear that mask, we have to wear a face shield, and we can't breathe.
And of course, you need to be logged in.
But the main thing, we can't breathe with that on. It's not just me like, oh, I'm a big guy, American, I'm
No.
hefty. Even this little pretty Filipina here, she can't breathe, she's aggravated with it.
Good use that word.
Good words, huh? But she'll start getting aggravated and just wants to go home. I just want to go home. You're not enjoying.
Yeah, I make ill, I feel like ill when I was wearing a face mask. I'm not comfortable.
So it's just we just run and do just what's most necessary, and we get home, and as soon as we're here or back in the vehicle coming home, we're just like like it's treacherous just to go out right now. Absolutely. But we're also tired to just see this property only.
Of course, we get tired of this. Something different. What do you call it?
Exactly. Well, we focused on the build, and that's been pretty good. But it gets monotonous. Just 6 days a week building. And even on the 7th day, or Sundays, a lot of time I'm still having to run to the city, hit hardware places to get things we need for the following Monday. So it's still kind of like a 7-day-a-week project for me.
Like we thought it was just a little bit of sacrifice, and after this,
Yeah, we're feeling both kind of worn here lately. We're not keeping the house like we was. It's kind of lacking. We're not as cheerful out here as we was. It's kind of lacking. And just the country's tightening back up again, and we've seen everybody's moods everywhere going down here lately. I think people were optimistic that it was going to reopen and they were going to be able to do normal things again, and events for the local people, just to have events, not travel they can't afford to, but to just be able to have a group and have a fiesta and have the disco, as they call it up here on the
enjoyment.
plaza. What makes your culture. And when they started tightening things right back up, everybody's moods just sunk.
Even just
Just
to go
sunk.
beach, just to chill out, enjoy,
Yeah.
but you can't.
So we're feeling it. And then today I got more news. We were originally booked to go back to the U.S., to Texas, on the last day of April, the very last day of the month. And we knew we were going to go back then because we want to continue with this build, get all that roof deck poured on, get the house sealed up. There's a bunch of windows that can be put in, a bunch of doors that can be put in. and then we'll do the finish out on our next trip here. Now, not like our last trip that we were gone for 8.5 months. That's the longest in the past 16 years that I'd ever been away from the Philippines. You know, usually what, 3-4 months is about my limit, right?
Yes, yeah, 3 to 4 months we came back.
Yeah, usually 3-4 months is about my limit to be gone, and I'll return. So to be gone for 8.5 months, I know some people go 5-10 years without returning, but we have a life here. Yes, we got this property, this house we're building, and all that. We got a lot here. We got family here. We don't have much back in Texas, just property, but not a lot of family and closeness and all like you do here. So we said, okay, we're going to extend the trip out. Well, we're booked on Philippine Airlines. We came in on a round trip ticket, Philippine Airlines, from LA to Manila, and then Manila back to LA. Now they came up, I think this went in effect like yesterday. Now this video is going to be several days delayed from when I'm recording it and you see it, so the date is going to be a little irrelevant, but just the information is going to be the fact. Now they came up that Philippine Airlines is joined in on a part of this global test program for a electronic COVID-19 passport. And so their trial run, this would be my luck, their trial run for this new COVID-19 electronic passport is going to be for outbound flights only to 2 cities, to LA and to Singapore. And so you've got to get tested if I have this right. Now, I want to tell you, you know, it's so hard to get all the true facts, right? So, from what I understand, but don't hold me 100% on this, is that you have to be vaccinated in order to get on that flight for this COVID-19 passport. If I'm wrong on that, somebody correct, okay? But don't just correct with hearsay. Send some kind of link with some real information. And because there's already a lot of blah 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 out there. And I'm blah blah blahing right now. But the thing is that if that means that you've got to now be vaccinated to board the flight back to LA, which is what we're on, that means I would have to try to get a vaccination here in the Philippines, which is not easy to do. And it's very limited on who they're allowing to get it, on and on. And then what choices do we have for vaccination? What choices do we have? Are we going to have to take Sinovac? I don't want that. Am I going to have to take any of these? I want to see some data come out. I want to see some true numbers, because right now I've been seeing a lot of bad stuff. This one's being pulled because of reactions, and this one's being pulled because of reactions, and this one, 6,000 people still got COVID-19 even though they were vaccinated. You know, I really feel it's a risk, personally, this is my personal opinion, to take something that's so new. I think all these first people right now are guinea pigs. Now this is, again, my opinion. And I'm entitled to my opinion, whether anybody likes it or not. This is my entitlement. I can give my opinion. I just personally felt that it needed more time, and I personally felt that all the first people out there taking it were a little bit of guinea pigs, because this is the fastest something's ever went from development to out on the market ever, going through FDAs like in the US or here in the Philippines. It usually goes through years of testing. So I just wanted to keep my health up. You know, I'm a very active person. I usually recover over things pretty quick, don't I, Mel? And I want to keep, you know, my vitamin D intake. I'm taking it every day. I'm taking other vitamins every day. And I stay going pretty good. And I said, well, you know, my chances are pretty great. But now, in order to go back home to Texas, for us to be forced to take a vaccine, and maybe not even have a choice. And how do we get that vaccine? And where do we get that vaccine? It sounds like we are going to go through HE double hockey sticks to go home. And I don't know. So they say that test program is supposed to be May through June. So maybe I need to wait till after June. But then maybe by then, maybe the country's locked down more right now with the current cases. As you've seen, the United States put the Philippines on a do not fly to list. They're not saying that you can't fly. They're suggesting that you do not fly. You know, it's like saying, you know, it's probably not best to go to North Korea. You can go there, but don't whine to us saying, help me get back home. And I'm like, really? We're going to do this, you know? I guess some other countries also put some restrictions on any flights coming in from the Philippines. I heard Hong Kong blocked them. No more flights again that can land out of the Philippines into Hong Kong. Heard a couple other places also put them on the list because of the surge of cases. Pretty much all that surge that we know of is just up in the capital region. And we're not hearing much of anything here, right? Yeah. So I guess we're all getting punished for what's happening in a very congested area up there in one region. Just remember, all this is my opinion. I'm not beating up any one particular government or anything. That COVID-19 passport, this has got like, I don't remember, something like 26 or 35 or something countries are participating in it right now. The airlines are hoping that it could help get things open back up faster. Of course, they're hurting. I understand that. They're looking for solutions. But let me ask Melinda something. Mel, are you ready to take a vaccine?
No.
What worries you about it?
Huh?
What worries you about taking the
Well, I
vaccine?
hear that there's something side effect, you know.
The side effects?
Yes, and of course I read some news also that some people, you know, have a bad feedback for that Sinovac vaccine. Plus, I know my body; it's my body, and I know it's healthy, right? So I
Yeah.
wish that, you know, like it's only like with the person choices, you know, if you know what I mean. Like,
Exactly, like a flu shot. You can take a flu shot and get the flu, you know. And there's other vaccinations out there for things that you can actually take that, and sometimes it's actually made from the virus itself. And some, I don't know about these viruses. I'm not a scientist. I just know about what I read and study. And sometimes you're introducing a modified version of that virus in order to combat it. Well, sometimes it's not, the modification don't hold, if you want to put it like that, and you're just getting the virus. And so as I said, on one particular type out there's reports coming out of the US that it was some high numbers, like 8,000 or 6,000. I don't keep up with exact details. We're going to give ballparks. And had reported catching the virus after being vaccinated. And I mean, like right after being vaccinated. And you're like, man, you know, it's kind of like yanking the devil on the tail, you know, saying, here I am right here, get me. I don't know. This is a complicated time, but here Mel and I once again are facing, what are we going to do? We were going to stay about another month and a half and go home. I could end up booking a little longer, and they end up extending that IATF electronic passport test program longer, or they adopt it, just flat out adopt it and say this is the new rule. I don't picture them doing a test program and then eliminating it. You know, anytime they do something here, they say we're going to do it 1 week and it becomes 6 months. So I don't know. We got some challenges ahead of us right now. Don't you think so, Mel?
I don't know, you know, like
We have to try to book.
I know that it's it's not easy to go back there in Texas again.
It's
Because
going to
it
be
is
just like leaving last year, isn't it? It's going to be almost like a repeat.
yes, it's complicated travel, so that's why. But of course, we have stuff that we need to. We have a business that we need to take care of it there in Texas.
I need to do some. I've got some hay baling that's going to go on, but I need to bale some myself, and some of it can be baled a little later because it's some bottom land that you can't get in there until it dries up some anyway. We're going to have yearlings that are ready to go to the sale that'll probably be even past their prime of going to the sale by the time we return. And when they get too big, they bring less money. We're going to lose money if we don't get them in there at a certain weight. It don't mean the bigger they are, the more money you get. The bigger they are, but less per pound they bring. So you can sell them. For instance, you could sell a 800-pound one and get the same price as you could sell a 1,000-pound one. And sometimes even less money for the 1,000-pound one. So we need that. We got one house that renters have been in for 4 or 5 years. They moved. I told Patrick don't re-rent it because I'm going to sell the house. People left it a mess. They moved out, then told they're gone. They disappeared. Good luck even finding them. Nice thing is their rent paid for that property. So they've been in there long enough that I got a full return on the property just out of their rent. But I wanna sell that house. I don't like where it's at. I always said that if these people ever moved, I'm gonna sell that particular house because that area incorporated, and it's like a little Mickey Mouse incorporation thing. It is just insane, the strict rules they come up with in this little backwoods municipality now. And hit taxes just now have like tripled on that place. So we got a few things we need to go home and do like the last time, but we really only want to be gone for just a couple months, few months, and get right back here and go right back to finishing this house. So we're probably facing that we're probably going to have to do a vaccination, whether we like it or not, to live this life that we're living, bouncing back and forth between the U.S. and Philippines. It has a direct effect on us, an extremely direct effect. Mel and I, we're just like a pair of birds flying around. We like, even back when we're in the U.S., we can't sit still very long. And so I guess unless we make a complete lifestyle change and change our hopes and dreams and our plans that we enjoy together in life, well then I guess we're facing doing a vaccination. And so we would like to have a chance to source out and find at least the one we feel the most comfortable with. So in that, I'm going to put an appeal out to you all. Any of my viewers, first time viewer, long time viewer, subscriber, if you're seeing this, please write in the comment section if you've been vaccinated. If you want to share, it's your private business, but if you want to help us, what you chose, why you chose it, if you've had side effects from it or anything. Let's do a little sharing of information here. It would help Mel and I out as well, because we're probably facing that. And then we have to see also what's available here, or can we do a COVID test and get that passport to return home and maybe make our choice in the U.S. Just really what I want to do. I want to make my choice in the U.S. So I'll let you know how this all works out. And this isn't the end of our build right now. We still got a lot going on here before we ever leave. But we're looking in advance of what we need to do, because I need to do a rebooking on our ticket right now. I mean, it's in like today, tomorrow. And that means that when I rebook it, somewhere along the line, we're going to have to head up probably to the capital region, unless we can get it done here locally, and Iloilo, and do all this stuff for this vaccination and this IATF COVID-19 passport. So if you will share what you can with us, we appreciate it. And I just thank you all again for always following our vlog and being such wonderful patrons. And just thank you very much.